Now, like everybody else, I was really excited for Daredevil Season 2 because I loved Daredevil Season 1. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I love Season 1, so I'm going to look forward to Season 2. And after 2 days of binging, did the excitement pay off? Yes. Yes, it did. Daredevil Season 2 has so many great things about it that I kind of struggled to put them in a sufficient order when writing out my notes for this review, so just bear with me as I try to list off the greatness. Now, one of the themes of Season 2 is what makes a hero, and this is kind of highlighted in Episode 3 when Punisher has Daredevil chained to the chimney. That confrontation between those two is really great. They're arguing with each other about who's right and who's wrong in terms of how each of them deliver their justice. Daredevil is all about trials and giving people second chances, where the Punisher is all about killing them to ensure that those criminals will not do those crimes again. And the show does a really good job at having those two explain their points of view, and even has you debating in your own head about who's actually right, whose method of justice is actually the right thing to do. Gets you thinking about that stuff. I like films and TV shows that get you to think about things, and Daredevil Season 2 gets you to think about what makes a hero. The production quality of Season 2 is absolutely amazing. Everything from the cinematography to the camera work to the fight choreography is all absolutely top notch. Not a single aspect of the production quality was unsatisfying. I would go as far to say that the production value of Daredevil Season 2 was flawless. But I have to talk more about the fight choreography. It was really good in Season 1, but in Season 2, it was incredible. There was actually a lot more fighting and action in Season 2 than Season 1. In every episode in Season 2, you at least have one part where you have Daredevil kicking ass. And the way the fight scenes are executed with the choreography and the camera work is just super impressive. There is one fight scene in particular where Daredevil is fighting a bunch of guys down a hallway and down a staircase. It was super badass. I was smiling and grinning just at how good it actually was in terms of how it was made, and also how long it actually went on for. It went on, and the more it went on, the more I was smiling and grinning because of how great and how long it actually went on for. I'm telling you, that fight scene in Episode 3 makes that hallway fight in Season 1 Episode 2 look like a playground scrap. In short, the fight choreography in Season 2, amazing, absolutely amazing. But besides from the production quality, the story of Season 2 I found really good also. You have more storylines this time around, and I was interested in each one of them, and I found them to be entertaining and riveting at times. One observation I had is that Season 2 to me felt more comic booky than Season 1. Season 1 felt like a really gritty crime thriller from what I can remember of it anyway, and Season 2 still feels like a gritty crime thriller, but it has more elements and mythology of a comic book nature. I can't really explain more without revealing major plot details, but trust me when I say that the comic book style stuff is in there, and to me at least it added more excitement, and I just loved it. I love seeing the comic book style stuff in Daredevil Season 2. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Batman Begins. It had lots of great comic book elements, but it was still really down to earth, really gritty, and really grounded. The show is also surprisingly brutal at times as well. I can remember a guy getting shot in the face with a shotgun, many people get their throats slit, and a guy gets his head chopped off. I like it. Now, one of the most anticipated aspects of Daredevil Season 2 was the Punisher, and I for one found him to be a very compelling character. Because like Wilson Fisk, you understand his motivations, you understand why he's doing what he's doing, and you understand why he's using the methods that he's using. And at a point in the show, you really started to feel bad for the guy. His story and involvement with this season was probably the most interesting one to me, especially when you learn more about his past in the later episodes. Also, Jon Bernthal absolutely owned the performance. He brought the ruthlessness, the badass, and also the sympathy when he needed to. I hear Netflix might be developing a Punisher solo series, which in that case, sign me up right now. Another new character to the show is Elektra, and I thought she was a pretty cool character. I like the relationship she has with Matt Murdock. He doesn't fully trust her, but he has to work with her in order to get rid of her. They have some good sequences with each other, and she herself is a badass character. She has some really good moments, and her storyline goes in really interesting directions in the later episodes. Again, I can't elaborate on it more because, you know, spoilers and all. Now, one thing that some critics have mentioned is that Season 2 did not have a character that had the same presence as Wilson Fisk did in Season 1. I do see what they're saying by that, and I do kind of agree with that. No character had that kind of presence that Wilson Fisk did. But I do like how the multiple storylines added multiple different threats for the main characters to face instead of just one guy. Don't get me wrong, I loved Wilson Fisk as the big central villain in Season 1, but I just like the new direction that Season 2 went. And that's pretty much all I want to say about Daredevil Season 2, and this is probably the hardest review I've ever had to do in terms of structuring my points, so I apologise if it came off a little bit sloppy, but in terms of trying to put it in my own words and not someone else's, this was the best one I could write up. But go away from this video knowing that I loved Daredevil Season 2. Great characters, great performances, really amazing production values ranging from the cinematography to the camera work, really interesting and riveting storylines, and really amazing fight sequences and choreography. I can confidently say that I enjoyed Season 2 more than Season 1 in terms of like the fight scenes and the multiple storylines and the comic book elements that they infused into it. Guys, thanks for watching this video. I want to know, did you binge Season 2 of Daredevil this weekend? I'm assuming you did if you're watching this video. So my question to you guys is, what did you think of Season 2? Did you like it more than Season 1 or vice versa? Whatever your thoughts are, tell me in the comments below. And if you like this stuff, be sure to subscribe because I got stuff coming to you guys all the time.